Today we're headed to the 17th and trying to dodge the rain as best we can. Kind of screws with my plans for the day, but... Pont Cardinet. Because it's raining outside, we have to do some things that are... I've got to change my plan. Originally, I was thinking that we would go see some parks, because yesterday was so sunny. That's all right. I have curiosities about the 17th that can only be answered in the rain. And the first curiosity happens to be here at Pont Cardinet. So this is a stop that I actually got to come to when it was still being worked on. I got to go through it while they were constructing this place. I can tell you, it looks a lot better finished than it did when it was a hole in the ground. Anyway, we're here to check out an indoor thing now. I've never actually stopped in here long enough to see what was going on, so that's what we're doing to start before we get to coffee. What is all of this? I mean, just look at the size of this croissant. What could be up here? There's a Decathlon and a Carrefour. There's an IKEA here? Wait, what? Hold on. And a Darty. Darty is kind of like, it's an electronics and appliances store. So if you want to get a TV while you're here, there's a fitness park. Wow, there's a very busy fitness park. I've seen it from downstairs, but I never realized how full and popular it was. This looks way brighter than my gym. And then it's apartments above, which is something that I'll always love about life in Europe. This isn't exactly a place you're going to go if you're visiting, but if you live here, Square de Batignolles is right across the street here. And that's where I was going to spend a little bit of time. But I also wanted to wander more through Martin Luther King Park. Martin Luther King Park is really big. Maybe not as interesting and cute as Square de Batignolles, honestly, but they're both great spots to wander with a coffee. So let's go wander to get coffee. From this corner, you can see both Martin Luther King Park and Square de Batignolles. So if you have some time to wander and it isn't, I mean, it's not raining that bad anymore. You could do both. I'll show you, it's not raining that bad. Let me at least give you we'll take a glimpse of both parks. So Martin Luther King Park is very long and it's open, some big fields and stuff. Some, I think, basketball courts, but gonna be great for long runs and a walk. Maybe a picnic in certain areas, but I found that when it's really hot, the farther I go, the more I regret going that deep. And also, Cooper's not allowed in here, so no dogs. Where this park really shines is in the fall when the leaves change colors. That is magical. Otherwise, Oh, the bag? This is just foreshadowing. Unlike the mall across the street, I would love to come back to Square de Batignolles pretty much any time. It's a wonderful little park that has activities for the kids. It has a creek running through it. Tons of benches if you'd like to stop and have lunch or have coffee, which is what we're gonna do next, clearly. Got a very Second Empire feel to it. It's small, it's quaint, it's picturesque. It can get a little bit crowded sometimes, but I find it's probably more what you're looking for. Of course, there are perks to coming here when it's raining because this place is empty. Normally it's full of people. And I would normally want to come here and drink my coffee, but we're not doing that today. Now, when leaving Square de Batignolles, there is a church here that we are going to try to get into that I've never been in before, but you don't want to go straight by the church. We're going to want to take a little bit of a right and then a left on one street over to get to Vague, coffee shop that I've been recommending for a couple of years now, I think. Vague, or Wave in French, is a nice little coffee shop that opened up a little while ago. It's cozy on the inside. Looks pretty full today. But definitely leveled up the neighborhood and some of the, you'll see if you come here, there's some surrounding things that no less so great. Bonjour. There's no room in the inn. But that's okay. Coffee's still good to go. And there's actually a bakery on the corner, Patisserie, that I wanted to share with you that Lindsay shared with me because Lindsay knows everything and she knows best. Oh, there's a place over there I no longer recommend. Won't be showing you that. Anyways, the patisserie is Blanqueur, and it's right across the, well, I would say across the street, but across the traffic circle from the church you want to enter. I don't actually know what the rules or etiquette is around bringing coffee into a church. I feel like churches usually serve a coffee, right? So it's probably not a problem. I think we risk it, but we'll drain it down a little bit beforehand over at Blanqueur and get a little bit of chocolate. Blanqueur has some really interesting stuff in it. The one thing that I would get my sister are these chocolate eggs they make. My sister has chickens. She loves animals of all kinds, and the chocolate eggs look super good. Well, since I can't bring these to my sister, I figured I'd get them from my neighbor. She's going through a little bit of a hard time right now, and who doesn't love a little chocolate chicken egg? I mean, if she doesn't, then I guess I can eat them, but here we go. Let's go try this church out, and maybe I'll have to hide my coffee. Blanqueur also had some really nice Valentine's Day treats, which they've always got hearts going on, because that's kind of their vibe. But if you want to get something rouge, ladies, gentlemen, I think I might have found you a nice little edible spot for some Valentine's chocolate. For now, let's see if we can't get into this place, and left, right, Let's try right. Église Sainte-Marie de Batignolles. Everything's named after the Batignolles around here. Okay. Oh, we picked right. Another interesting church, because this one I always thought would be a little bit more impressive on the inside. It's funny, when we were in the 15th, I didn't think that one was going to stand out at all, and it kind of blew me away. This one, a little bit less well-maintained, but it has a lot of charm in that. First, the smell. Very strong, classic churchy smell. The roof looks like it survived. Did they survive a fire at some point? Looked kind of smoky and crackly. It also had the most distinct World War I monument I've seen so far. I don't think in any of the churches we've been to so far, we've seen like a dedicated World War I facade. It said that over the door and then had the two monuments with names on it on either side. Some dude climbing around in heaven at the very back. I'm guessing that's heaven. I don't know what she's doing in there. I don't know what he was doing in there. Anyway, I mean, if you happen to be here, which again, if you live in the area and you haven't been in there, go check it out. I wouldn't go out of my way for this one. I guess this is my review. Are we reviewing churches now? Is that what this has devolved into? Anyways, I'm meeting some friends for lunch around the corner. It is a rainy day, and a rainy day, no matter where you are, justifies a visit to the pub for a spot that has some famous fish and chips. I've been told the best fish and chips in Paris. I guess today's the day that I'm finally gonna try them. And nobody yelled at me for having coffee in the church. Thanks as well to today's patron producer, Michael Monn, who's been with me for a long time. And did you know you can support my channel on Patreon with Michael and all my other patrons for as little as $1? We brought that back, which means you get previews of these videos before they drop, at least 12 hours usually, assuming nothing goes wrong. Food polls, museum polls get to dictate where I go, what I try, sometimes what kind of chocolate I consume. This wasn't a poll, but there are a bunch of polls that we're going to be fulfilling this week. The insanity that is whatever's happening outside continues in my life as well. Thanks, Michael. All my patrons. Let's go get some lunch. Whew. What? No. This is not a joke. This was not supposed to happen. What? Oh. I was like, man, those windows sure look blacked out. It says it's open online. I've walked a long ways away from the only other thing in this neighborhood that I'd want to eat, and I've got friends joining me in 10 minutes, so Kukuza, that was really nice. They were on my list. I don't know why, because I don't remember ever going in there before, but really good. I might go through an Italian phase here after that. We got the focaccia and the burrata, which were delicious, and then a variety of pizzas, which we swapped around to try. That was tasty. I don't know why I haven't been eating more Italian food lately, but that might sucker me in. Anyways, Batignolles, that's the 17th for today. Tomorrow, something special for those of you looking to move to France, so be sure to tune in for that if you are. And otherwise, we'll get to the 18th as soon as we possibly can.